Hey, Billy Bob here, and it's Saturday. Saturday. That means Saturdays are special with Billy Bob. You can see the reflection in my glasses, can't you? I don't know. Is that the lights? Is that the camera? Is that the action? Is that just Billy Bob? Oh, you hear it? Listen. A little rumbly, not in my tumbly, but in the sky behind me. Yowza, baby. All right. 28 days. 28 days till August 30th, 12 o'clock noon, Ohio State, Texas. There's about 3 or 4 good games on that day. I think LSU, Clemson, Alabama plays Florida State. Now, that may or may not be a good game. We'll see. You know, how good Florida State, how much better they got, right? Were they 0-13? They were something and maybe nothing in 13. I don't know. Anyway, a little late in the day. Had to do some JOB-ing today. Part-timing. Hey, if you didn't see the video yesterday, the race to Ace for some spices, for some grills. I mean, we're not just a hardware store. We got it all, baby. Like 60,000 unique SKUs. You know what an SKU is? It's the barcode. It's the number for each individual product. What I didn't mention yesterday, one of the things, it's very important here. When we're talking about grills, anything over $400. Now, if you bought a grill that's $359 and you buy some accessories to put you over $400, free assembly, free delivery within a reasonable area, right? Not like you're not gonna buy a grill in Venice, Florida, and we're not gonna take it to Jacksonville for you, free delivery. I mean, let's be reasonable, folks. Anyway, just want to let you know. But that is not only our local Aces, but as I've said before, if you're out of town, go into your local Ace, buy a grill over $400, free assembly, free delivery. Now, they don't hook up natural gas, you know, so, and you got to buy your own tank. Tank's not included. Tank, you say? Propane. Yeah, thanks for that tidbit, right? Hey, 1992, we're going to do a couple things in this day in history. 1992, Jackie Joyner Kersee. Some think maybe the greatest female athlete of all time. She won the heptathlon, and that was her second. She won first person in history to win, first woman in history. I don't even know about the men, but first woman in history to win consecutive heptathlons. Okay? That's badass. And then speaking of badass, here's a badass. In 1876, this dude was murdered. I mean, it's all legendary, right? I mean, in fact, even they say he's a legend. Wild Bill Hickok. He was a frontiersman. He was a marksman. He was a gambler. But much more than that, he was a legend of the American West. He was murdered in Deadwood. I don't think it was called Deadwood back then, but what is now known as Deadwood, South Dakota. I mean, what a name, Deadwood, South Dakota. Now, Mrs. Billy Bob and I, a couple years ago, passed through Deadwood. We were kind of running behind, trying to get to Sturgis, and we took a wrong turn. And we used a paper map, by the way, to get back on track. So don't just think about, you know, Google Maps, Apple Maps, Waze. If you're going out in remote areas, the cell service don't always work, use a paper map, okay? Very importante. But would have loved to stop in Deadwood. I mean, what a great name. I think there was even a TV show or a series called Deadwood, wasn't there? I think so. Hey, but one of the things that delayed me getting on the air this afternoon was I don't always watch this. It's like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be good. then you watch it and you're like, why didn't I watch this all the time? What am I talking about here? I'm talking about the NFL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Okay? So by the time I got home from the JOB, and there were only like 1.5 left. Excuse me. What do I mean by 1.5? Well, it was about halfway through Eric Allen's speech, and then we got to see all of Antonio Gates' speech. So the inductees today, Eric Allen, Jared Allen, brothers from another mother. Jared Allen had his cowboy hat on. He was wearing jeans. Might have been wearing boots too, probably. Antonio Gates and Sterling Sharp. So pretty good stuff. Antonio Gates said, okay, folks, I'm not going to cry. And that's all he did. And you know what? I got to admit, I was right there with him. I was like dripping and stuff. You know, I am human. So Eric Allen played for the Eagles. He played for the Raiders. I think he played for one other team as a defensive back in his rookie year. I think his first game ever as a rookie, he had an interception. Jared Allen, great defensive end, played for the Vikings, played for Kansas City, started his career there. Sterling Sharp, he played at the University of South Carolina. And then the Packers, a lot of his career. I actually saw Sterling Sharp. My brother and I, Foxy Bob and I, saw Sterling Sharp. It was the very last game of the year. I think it was 1987. They were playing the Miami Hurricanes, the South Carolina Gamecocks playing the Miami Hurricanes in the Old Orange Bowl. It was actually kind of cool that day. When I say kind of cool, 60-some degrees and a breeze coming right in our face. But we got to see Sterling Sharp. And I actually saw him, was fortunate enough to see him in a Super Bowl. But, so Sterling Sharp. Antonio Gates, one of the greatest stories of all time. He's the only guy ever to be in the Hall of Fame that never played college football. Okay? He played basketball at Kent State University. Now, here's what I didn't know. He actually had a scholarship in football to go to Michigan State, the Spartans. Nick Saban was the coach there. But he wouldn't let him play basketball and football, so he went to Kent State and just played basketball. And Kent State, in his senior year, made it to the Elite Eight. And then, what did they say? 70% of his catches led to either a first down or a touchdown. And 40% of his catches put the Chargers in front. When I say in front, means they went ahead on the scoreboard. Pretty amazing for a guy that never played college football. So Eric Allen, great. All of them great, and just good stuff. So that's what I got on Saturdays are special with Billy Bob. Stay tuned tomorrow. I know we're going to get in the pool. Maybe we'll do something, probably not too special, but, it's always Sunday fun day, right? America, land of the free because of the brave. Stay focused, America. Billy Bob, peace out.